time. Playing with the boys. Playing with the boys. Playing with the Boys. That is Playing with the Boys by Kenny Loggins, Jim Stansel, beautiful version. There's just a guy riding his fucking bike in the middle of the fucking road. That's right, folks. You see it, you hear it. He's driving. It's Jim Stansel's NFL Sunday Drive, Week 2 picks for the 2024 NFL football season. And while you may say to yourself, well, isn't Jim clever? Sunday Drive, double entendre that he's driving his car, and NFL football, it's called drives. Well, that may be all well and good, but in reality, hashtag real job or real life, this is the only time I have to do the picks for week 2, but it's better late than never, and who knows what will happen. Maybe I will get into some sort of horrific accident. Perhaps I'll get into a violent confrontation. Perhaps I see a Haitian man eating a dog. You just don't know what's going to happen. And this is what happens when you leave your house, folks. You drive vehicles, you scream at people, you see Haitians eating cats out of a dumpster. Cat pizza! I might see a cat pizza. You just don't know what happens out here on these streets. Anywho, I left my house. This is obviously going to be a quick one because I'm in a vehicle, but I wouldn't let the people down. Many people rely on my picks, many for their monetary income, if you believe it or not. Many people take my picks to the literal bank. As well as you should too. I believe I went 8-8 last week. I don't know. We don't fact check here. That's what the super chats are for. Anywho, real quick, the UFC event last night. Your favorite karaoke host of the Best Bar in America, Paulie C, a former. Was he ever a guest on this show? I always forget. I forget. Anywho, he had his Fire Stick illegally plugged into the TV at the Best Bar in America, so I had that on. I'll say this. UFC Sports at the Sphere, UFC at the Sphere. It's a no from Stansel. It's a thumbs down. How are you not going to have fans on every side of the playing field? They had UFC last night. I'm sure they could throw a basketball court down there, let the Mongo Bongos go wild after the old round ball. But no, great, cool graphics, great. It's great going to see a movie or a concert. For sports, you need fans on every side of the playing field for the intensity level. So as an All-American athlete myself, and as a sports purist, no thanks. You could take all the frills, all the graphics, all that bullshit, all the shit that has nothing to do with up your candy ass. Give me fans on all sides of the octagon, all sides of the playing field. I know they have like 6 rows of like VIPs on like the screen side, so before you open your fat mouths, just shut the hell up. So sorry. You know, it's like Pusha T said in regards to all the bells and whistles of sports at the Sphere. It's like the great rapper Pusha T said, wear your little jewels, you can floss when you're dead. For the white people, that means have all your little frills and bullshit. You're just going to die anyway. And I don't know if that really means anything as pertains to UFC, but I wanted to say it anyway. But the point is, as many things in sports are nowadays, and many, especially younger generation, are today, it's all about noise with no content. It's all about practicing your celebrations versus practicing the sport. And it was epitomized last night in Las Vegas at UFC. Who gives a fuck? I did enjoy seeing the guy who looks like a Skittle, the white guy with pink and green hair. He looks like a retarded Machine Gun Kelly, which makes him extra retarded because Machine Gun Kelly's already retarded. But I did enjoy seeing him getting his ass beat, and that's about the most I watched. Anywho, look at this. I'm going to merge onto I-95 in Norwalk, one of the great, and by great I mean literally one of the worst thoroughfares in the country, if not the world. Stephen Bravo, welcome to Big Piece. He's a member. This guy gets it. Here's a guy who likes real podcasts instead of bullshit. Go find this on your fucking faggot-ass Dabbleverse, huh? Find somebody merging onto a major highway, folks. Look at this. Here we go. Come on, let's go. Yeah. Sunday drive. Whoa, NFL. Yeah, sports. Yeah. Ah! Just kidding. Where was I? Before I'm going to get to the Jets, and then we're going to get right to the picks. I have them crudely written on a piece of paper here. I was actually at the Soccer Ball Comedy Club. I was recognized from this very podcast, recognized in public, Jim Stansel, a nice lady, by the way. And here's why we are the kings of content, and I don't lie when I talk to Husey about the big numbers coming across my desk. I said, who are you? Where can I follow you? He said, I'm not on any social media. I just always like you guys. Keep up the good work. And listen, we love our we really love the people who actually help me pay my bills. My account may or may not be in the negative triple digits, but who is to say money doesn't define a man? I value people by the richness of their life. Anywho, my point is, she's not on any of this bullshit, and those, in a way, although not monetarily, are the best kinds of fans. Now, I am passing on the right, because you're fucking mongoloid. Let's see, let's guess. You guess. Say it at home, folks. I'm not going to say it here. But you guess who is driving that car. Yes, unbelievable. Recognized in public by a real person who left their house to go to a Soccer Ball Comedy Club. Shout out to you, lady, if you're listening. I gave her a free drink. God bless her soul. Let's touch on my Jets, the New York Football Jets from last week. Oh, this is my crow feather. You got it. Yeah. All these other people do bits and characters and puppets and all this shit you idiots still watch for some reason. I'm the real article. I've been doing this for 38 years. I lived in my mom's garage down by a river. These guys just fucking picked this up 3 years ago. I was born in it, molded by it. But whatever. Go enjoy your dabble fag bullshit. I'm going to keep pounding away, doing it, because this is what I like to do. I got no choice. I can't stop. I've got to get all these niggas. Look at him. Unbelievable. Yeah, you're all posers. All these losers are posers. From Leon to the puppets to the vegetables. You just saw a podcast and doing, I might do that. I'm a nerd and I'm not funny. I'm going to do this for course, the Jets played the 49ers on Monday Night Football last week. Let me tell you, well, let's be honest, a boring game, all said and done. A very boring game. The Jets had that drive, I believe, on the second or maybe third possession, where all of us Jets fans collectively, Breece Hall runs, Breece Hall catching passes, Garrett Wilson catching passes, making plays, Rodgers putting the ball on a clothesline, a frozen rope, as some would say, to his receivers, and we said, up. Here we fucking go. 2 years in the making. Aaron Rodgers, we're going to win the Super Bowl going away. We're going 19-0 or 20-0, however many games needed to win now to win the Super Bowl. Here we go. That's the drive. This game's over. We're coming back. 32-14, all over. But that is not what happened. The Jets' defense was nowhere to be found. No Christian McCaffrey, who fucked me in my ass last week and will probably do it again this week. Luckily, he's white, so hopefully his penis isn't as big as perhaps other people's running back. So when he fucks me in my ass again, I won't be too bad. But anywho, what was I saying? Yes, the defense should be ashamed of themselves. And listen, I'll get to some other things, but the Reddick holding out now looks even more like a genius. You know, if the Jets won that game easily or the defense played a great game, you know, the Reddick would have less of a leg to stand on with the holdout. The Jets losing, not only losing, but losing in the way they did, where the 49ers essentially did what they want with the Jets' defense. Now, listen, the offense wasn't doing anybody favors staying on the field. I believe the final time of possession was something like 49ers. It was like 49ers had it for 38 minutes and Jets had it for 15. Or it was basically 3-1 or something like that, time of possession. So right there, it's not going to be a good day for your defense, but that's still no excuse. I mean, there's guys catching the ball and the Jets, and the 49ers catching the ball in the Jets secondary, uncontested. I mean, the backup running back, now listen, you never know with backup running backs. You can't plan for them. What is this, a second-year guy, I think, the Niners backup running back had a huge day. What is it? I got it here somewhere. 28 rushes for 146 yards. Right down our Jets' defensive line's throats. So just a catastrophic failure on Jets' defense on all levels on Monday night. Yeah, the 49ers scored on 8 straight possessions at one point. So not a great start for our Jets, but you know what? I'll say this, and this is the Jets fan in me. When I saw all 3 of the other AFC's teams won on Sunday, you just knew. You just knew no matter what. And listen, opening in San Francisco on the road literally might be one of the hardest opening games you could pull. I'm trying to think of. I'm really it's hard trying to think. Maybe at Chiefs. But definitely top 1, 2, if not 3 places to open your season. Toughest spots to open your season there in, I don't know, whatever the fuck the name of the park is now. I'm going to call it Candlestick Park, even though that existed 47 years ago. Here it is, folks. Hallowed ground, because there it is, a little trip. This is my high school, folks. This is where the legend began, the lacrosse. There's people playing soccer, which obviously we don't respect as a sport here at Sports Mass Collective. There it is, and we're going to go right to the stadium because Daddy is putting in some track work because unlike all these other podcasters who sit on their fat asses and eat Takis, Jim Stansel's out in the streets and freaky in the sheets, and he leaves his house. Unbelievable what's happening out here, folks. Absolutely nobody else doing what I'm doing out here. Certainly nobody in the Dabbleverse comes even close to to the level of entertainment and content that we do here. And you'd be hard-pressed to find anybody, perhaps on the planet, that is actually doing. Now, here it is, folks. Hallowed ground. Boyle Stadium. Boyle Stadium. This is where the real motherfuckers sowed their oats like me. That's it. That's a real stadium. That's where I played lacrosse in high school. Unbelievable what happened out there, truly. All right. Back to gay sports stuff. Where were we? The Jets stink. I think I covered everything. Last and most not least, Robert Saleh. You know my feelings on him if you watch the show, folks. I think he's 18-32 now as a head coach. As I said all last year, as I said last week, as I've said on all of these, he's a defensive coordinator at best. And now with with what's going on here, I mean, his whole thing was being a good defensive coordinator. And now the Jets defense couldn't even show up week one. This guy is 18-30. He barely has a 250 win percentage as a head coach. So why? I mean, this guy. Let's put it this way: if the Jets lose, the Jets have a very easy 4 weeks here. In no order, it's like the Titans. I don't fucking know. I don't fact check. I'm not a loser. I have a life. So sorry for not doing show prep. But they have a fairly easy 4 weeks coming up. I think if the Jets lose 2 of these 4, I know that sounds crazy, but they got to get rid of Saleh. I mean, this guy stunk last year, since he's been here. I mean, I just told you his record. So if they go to 2-4, I would get rid of him. I mean, this guy stinks. I mean, where do we draw the line here? He might get a pass because it's the 49ers on the road, opening week, whatever, but Robert Saleh, get the fuck off my team. All right. I got shit to do. Let's get to the picks and show our digs, folks. Somebody hum the theme music at home so we can get to these picks. Hey, somebody super chat $50. Let's hit the goal. Yay, I'm gay. I'm going to beg for super chats. Yay. Hit a super chat. I'm gay. I like super chats. And then Chad and Kevin will do that and act like they're doing it sarcastically, but actually literally doing it for their livelihood, which I remember when they used to make fun of everybody back. Remember when Kevin and all those guys and Chad used to make fun of all these shows for begging for super chats and hitting the goal and stream sniping and clip watching, and now that's all the show is for hours a day, 6 days a week, just to drain all your bank accounts. And it's the same 15 people super chatting over and over again, and it's the most boring lazy slop around. I remember. But I put my hands on my mouth so you know that's an aside, you see. Now back to sports, folks. Here we go, the picks for week 2. Raiders at Rams. I already lost Dolphins. By the way, Tua should never play another game in the NFL. Easy take, rack me. Raiders at Rams. Rams minus 8.5. Raiders at Ravens. I can't read my own handwriting. Ravens minus 8.5 at home. They're begging you to take the Ravens. And I will. Give me the Ravens minus 8.5. Tough loss last week. We talked about it because it was the opening game. So we're not going to get into it. Tough loss week over the Ravens. I think they win by 10 or more over the Raiders at home in Baltimore. Right down there in Baltimore, hon. 49ers at Vikings. Vikings getting 4.5 at home. I don't know if I'm missing something. I don't think I am. Maybe it's just Christian McCaffrey being out. Aaron Immel's Vikings, not great. To say the least. Absolutely give me the 49ers only minus 4.5 in Minnesota. You saw what they did to the Jets, who, yes, it was week 1, they didn't show up, but have top 3 defense in the league, the New York Jets, when they're hitting. with their backup running back last week. So absolutely, give me the 49ers minus only 4.5. Saints at Cowboys. Cowboys minus 6.5. Everybody's riding the Cowboys' fat cowboy cock already this year, as they love to do. Isn't the Saints showed me a little something last week? Cowboys win, Saints cover. Saints plus 6.5 on the road. Rack me. Gino Bisconti's Chargers at nobody's Panthers. Panthers getting 5.5 at home. Folks, watch the show last week. What did I say? What did I say? If you watch the show for a couple years now, what did I say when about Bryce Young before anybody drafted him, and about all these quarterbacks? USC quarterback, which means he plays with the best players, so those quarterbacks are always made to look better. I'm looking at you, Caleb Williams. I know you had a good week last week, but watch out. Bryce Young stinks. Said it before they drafted him. Said it last week before the game. First pass of the season, Bryce Young throws a pick. Absolutely Stancil Stradamus. Absolutely rack me. Chargers minus 5.5. I don't love that, because I don't love the Chargers just yet either. Sorry, Gino. But the Panthers fucking stink. Give me the Chargers minus 5.5 on the road in Carolina. Here we go. Jim Stancil's New York Jets at Marshall Beaupre's Tennessee Titans. Titans getting 3.5 at home. I have to be a sports analyst, as I am, so the smart money points to the Jets plus 3.5. That was Rodgers' first game, essentially, on the field with his new team. Preseason is a joke now. It was a tough spot. 49ers on the road opening night to start the season. I think the Jets roll here. I think the Jets have to roll here. I think they give us a look at to what we've all expected. I'm looking for a 24-3, 24-10 type win out of the Jets today. I think the defense shows up after essentially getting embarrassed on national television last week. Give me the Jets minus the 3.5. I think they win by a touchdown or more. Bucks at the Lions in Detroit. Lions giving up 7.5 at home. While I like the Lions, I don't mind the Bucks and Baker Mayfield there. Mike Evans showed again last week that he's going to play till he's 75. Another great game out of the ageless wonder, as they say. Get to the point. Yeah, give me the Bucks. I think the Lions probably win, but 7.5, a touchdown and a hook is a lot, folks. And I have a feeling this will be a little back and forth game. Give me the Bucks on the road, getting with the 7.5. Colts at Packers. Packers plus 3. Their season is over. Anthony Richardson, as I said since his draft that they should have took Anthony Richardson over Bryce Young, and I've proven to be right once again, as I've never been wrong about a single thing on this very program you're watching here, folks. Absolutely, give me the Colts minus 3 on the road in Green Bay. That might be the lock of the week, frankly. We'll come back to it. Or this game might be the lock of the week, too. Seahawks in New England. Patriots getting 3.5 at home. Patriots stink. Seahawks minus 3.5. Easy. Giants at the Commanders. Feel free to super chat if I'm missing something here. How the Commanders are only minus 1.5 at home. Did someone die? Did someone not watch the Giants last week? I mean, the Giants might be the worst team in the league. I don't understand this line. Feel free to tell me what I'm missing here. Commanders only minus 1.5 at home. Sorry, Redskins. Yeah, absolutely. Commanders. Damn it. Washington Redskins minus 1.5 at home against the Giants. Let's move on. That's an easy. There you go. There's Jim Stancil's mortal lock of the week. Redskins minus 1.5 at home against the Giants. Browns at Jags. Jags minus 3 at home. A little bit of a sexy game here. However, I think the Jags are on a different level than the Browns with the team they have there. Give me the Jags -3 at home. Rams at Cardinals. Cardinals are getting 1 point at home. If you watch the show, you know my feeling about fetal alcohol syndrome Murray and the Arizona Cardinals. Give me the Rams -1 on the road. Let's move on. Here's your one of your national 425 games here, folks, and probably your game of the week. The Cincinnati Brittany Mahomes' Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs giving up a touchdown, 6.5 at home to the Bengals. They are begging you, they're begging you to take the Bengals here. So it's a tricky game to pick with the spread. Take the spread out. I got being at home, being that the Bengals didn't play great last week. Without the spread, it's an easy pick for the Chiefs for me. The 6.5 make it tough because, again, coming off a loss, so thorough Joe Burrow was a very sexy boy, really, truly. Maybe my favorite beautiful boy in the NFL. I'd really like to get him in a shower with one man, so it's not gay. 3-man showers, not gay. You know, 3-man showers, not gay. 10 showers, that's gay. So I'd love to be in a shower with Joe Burrow, but that's besides the point. You know what? Let's have some fun. Give me the Bengals +6.5. I'm thinking some back and forth. Let's finally get a close game out of one of these fucking national games, right? The other national game, I believe here, yes, should be the Steelers at the Broncos. I picked the Steelers last week, was proven correct. Stanton again. Steelers have a little bit of sexiness going on there, while Will Levis continues to shit. Oh no, Will Levis is in Tennessee. Who the hell's the Broncos quarterback? Who gives a fuck? Doing show prep is for fucking nerds, and this is a sports jock podcast. Get fucked. Give me the Steelers -2.5 on the road. I love it. Love the Steelers. I love the look of the Steelers. Mike Tomlin, unlike Robert Saleh, is an NFL head coach and a goddamn good one at that. Bo Nix, thank you, Soviet skunk. Yeah, even more reason to take the Steelers. Bo Nix fucking stinks. Let's move on. Your Sunday night game, Kelly P's Chicago Bears at the Houston Texans. Texans -6 at home. We'll get to that in a second. Fun game here. Young QBs showdown Sunday night. You'll be day drunk by then, knowing you fucking losers. 2 years ago, this game would be, I wouldn't even turn this game on. Now it's one of the sexier games of the week. Shout out to those organizations for pulling it together. You know I'm not big on USC quarterbacks. See about 10 minutes earlier talking about Bryce Young. I thought Caleb Williams should not have been the first pick. I thought it should have been the other guy. Who gives a fuck? Anyway, caring too much about sports is gay, and that's why we don't care that much around here. And C.J. Stroud, who we love here at Sports Mass. So a fun game of young quarterbacks this evening. Bears think they have something going. I think they're still missing a lot of pieces. I think, however, the Texans do have something going there. I think they can not only make the playoffs, but make some. If C.J. Stroud stays healthy, watch your pretty little black asses, because he's going to come in for you. With that said, it's -6. I think the Texans cover at home. I think they win by a touchdown, so that covers the 6. But I think it'll be a fairly close game. Don't discount that touchdown coming in the last 5 minutes for the Texans to win. Maybe a garbage field goal to cover the spread, something like that. Yeah, give me the Texans at home. Monday night, boy, is the fake news media clamoring to have you give a fuck about the Atlanta Falcons. I don't know what kind of psyop they're trying to do or why they want you to give a fuck about the Atlanta Falcons so much this year. I don't see it. Everybody, most people I talk to say the same thing, way overrated, but they just love pushing these Atlanta Falcons down our throats this year. If you figure out why, let me know. Eagles continue their brutal losing streak that they started at the second half of last year and continuing on. Honestly, if the Eagles somehow get blown out this week, they got to get rid of this head coach there in Philly. I mean, this guy, talk about, I saw Chris Mack, he's not a super chat, but he's a regular, so Falcons ain't it, yeah. The Eagles head coach also ain't it. If they have another 0 this game, perhaps if they even lose this game, he might be hitting the bricks, as he should, with all the talent there. By the way, even though they lost, I called it Saquon massive. I told you he's going to have a career year this year in Philly. He put up over 30 fantasy points last week. Stancil Stradamus does it again. But yeah, they have to win this week, long story short, against a way overrated Falcons. They're giving up 6 at home. Again, that shouldn't be enough. You never know with the Eagles now, I guess, but I think they have to bounce back finally, right? The Eagles, they can't. If they lose again, they got to get rid of this head coach. Not that I give a fuck about Philadelphia. I mean, people are eating cats and dogs in Ohio or somewhere, and people in Philly, I've been spit on because they're just pieces of garbage. And then not only are they pieces of garbage, but they're sellouts. Look at all the Philly comics that moved to Austin because they couldn't hack it in a real comedy scene in New York. So they go down there and suck the dick of Joe Rogan, and they suck the mothership's cock because they couldn't cut it in fucking New York fucking city, the center of the known universe and the center of the comedy world, and you acts couldn't cut it, so you moved to fucking Texas, you fucking loser comics. I'm about to pick the fucking Falcons. Got myself so riled up. But I'm not. Give me the Eagles. I gotta be realistic. Give me the Eagles -6. At home tomorrow night. Battle of the Birds. Ladies and gentlemen, in case you tuned in late, there it is. I'm about to go for a run at this is it. This is where the legend began. My high school field, Boyle Stadium, Stamford, Connecticut. A modern day Coliseum, really. I mean, look at the flags flying high there. This is where my oats were sowed, right there at Stanford Black Knights. You can see the logo in the middle of the field. I'm about to go run around. I'm a man. I'm a real American athlete. All these other people are losers. Stop worshiping false idols. Thank you for watching. Send money to my account on Venmo at DaveD23. If people send money, I'll go to Casey's, the best bar in America tonight, and get drunk and live stream. But I can't do that because I don't have any money. But who gives a fuck about money? Caring about money is gay. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the sports. Count all the troops and bring home America. Stop eating cats and dogs.